Welcome to the Joyful House and welcome to this edition of Crafts of the Heart. If you are new here today, welcome in. It is great to have you. It's a pleasure and an honor to spend this time with you. My name is Cynthia from Cynthia's Joyful Creations. And if you are not new, welcome back and hope you're having a great Saturday. Today we're going to talk about our Crafts of the Heart projects. If you're new, let me just introduce what Crafts of the Heart is. Crafts of the Heart is a project that you have always wanted to do, or maybe you've done it before and you want to make another one, but like me and so many others, we live these busy lives and we have our hands in so many different things. Maybe you're very active at work or with your family or outside activities or church, or like me, running a YouTube channel. And we don't allow ourselves the time to work on things that just bring us joy. Well, that's where Crafts of the Heart comes in. It is a time where we can decide on a project that either brings us joy, or maybe we've done before and we want to make another one, but because of our busy life or all the other projects that are on our hooks, we don't think we have the time to work on them. Well, when we have that mindset, procrastination sets in, and before you know it, it might be another month, it might be another year, it might be another decade, and you still haven't done that craft that just gets you all excited and warm fuzzies inside. So that's where Craft of the Heart was brought in. It is a time for us to set aside every week from as little as 15 minutes to as much as 2 hours to work on that project. And then when you're finished with your time for the week, take a picture of the progress you've made and send it in. And every Saturday, I will share your progression along with all the other Joy fam in the community that is sharing their progression. So stay tuned, because at the end of this video, you'll be able to see all of their beautiful makes and how they are progressing and what they're doing, what their Craft of the Heart is and what it's all about. So today I am bringing you update number 3 of my Crafts of the Heart number 5 and number 6 project. This is the first time I've done 2 projects at one time for Craft of the Heart, and well, let's just say it is bringing me double the joy. Both projects are completely 2 different projects on the opposite end of the spectrum. One is a wearable and one is a amigurumi. And well, I'm having fun with both. Now, if you've been with me for a while, you know that project number 5 is a continuation of really, let's see, project number 2, project number 3, and project number 4. Project number 2, I created a sweater with a created stitch called the Joy Stitch, and I made it for Mr. Joyful. And even though I didn't introduce it as a Craft of the Heart project, I did also make one for his mom. Then project number 3, I created the sweater for a 0 to 3 month baby. And then project number 4, I created the sweater in a kiddo size, number 6. And so with that, I'm now doing project number 5, same sweater, but I'm now making it in a plus size. And once I have this completed, then I'm going to write up both patterns, and I will have one for the kiddos, the babies and the kiddos, and then one for adults. And so I am still looking for a couple testers for the adult sizes if you are interested. So without further ado, let me show you the progress that I have made. So this is the Joy sweater so far. And when we were last together, I keep meaning to put a stitch marker, but when we were last together, I was on the 2nd row of this variegated brown right here. So I finished that row, and then I did 2 rows of the gray, 2 rows of the cream, 2 rows of the navy blue, And I am still currently working on the second row of this baby blue. I haven't quite finished it. In fact, I barely started the second row of the baby blue, because here's where it starts and here's where I stopped. But I was good. I stopped at that 2-hour mark, so I stayed in the time zone. But I know many of you have said, it's so hard to stop at the 2-hour mark, and I get it. We want to keep going. But this is a project to be worked on gradually. So this is where we're at. This is what it's looking like so far. And I couldn't be more pleased with it. I think I have, after this row, when I complete it, I think I may have, it's either 2 or 4 more rows before I'll start forming the sleeve. So I should be able to start forming the sleeve by the end of next week. But oh my gosh, I am so loving this. And as you know, this is the exact same yarn and the exact same colors that I made Mr. Joyful's in. So Todd and I will have matching sweaters when this is done. And of course, I use some of these colors, not all of them, in the 0 to 3 month sweater that I made in project number 3. All right, so that is the update for project number 5. And again, for this sweater, I am using the Caron Simply Soft and the, what's that shiny yarn called? There's another, it's Caron Simply Soft, but most of it is the Loops and Threads Soft and Shiny. Yes. So, all right. So let's put that to the side. This is what I'm making. I am making the gorilla here. And let me flip in. The gorilla's name, I'm making the mama gorilla. And her name is Mayangi. Mayangi. There we go. Mayangi. And Matondo is the baby. But I'm not at this time planning to make the baby. I'm only looking at making the big gorilla, the mama gorilla. But yeah, that's what I'm making. And this is the Zumagurumi Endangered Animals book. And does it give the author on here? It just says Meteor Books. But there is a series of other books for the Zumagurumi. But this is the Endangered Animals one. And there's a couple more of the animals that are in this book. I love this spider over here. That is so cool. And of course, y'all know I love the panda bear. All right. So this is what I've gotten done. When we were last together, I had created half of the head. Well, I have the entire head finished. So this is it. So you can kind of see the shape of the back of the head here, or on this side. And then this is where the face is going to be. So that's why it has kind of that's my tail I haven't weaved in yet. It has that kind of a little bit of a weird shape. So this is it so far. And it will look more real. It is still going to be a very big gorilla. I mean, this gorilla head is almost the size of my head. So it's going to be a real chunky, lovable gorilla. All right, so let me put that to the side. And then these are a couple other little things that I was able to get done. I cannot wait to see all of this come together. Now there's long tails on all of this for sewing on, but I have created the eyes. So you can start kind of imagining a little bit. But there's the eyes. And this is kind of the nose. And you can see that it's created the little nostrils there. You can see through it. I can see you. But anyway, so that's the snout. And then this, I have to get a pipe cleaner to put in it. I haven't done that yet. But this is going to be the eyebrows. See how the eyebrows form over the eyes? So I've got to put the pipe cleaner in it and then close it off. And then when I do, we'll be able to put this, oh, he's not tall enough. We'll be able to put this over the eyes and shape the eyebrows. But anyway, a little hard to do right now, but I got that done. So we have the eyes, the eyebrows, and this is the little, well, actually, I guess it's his mouth. It's his mouth and his nostrils. So we'll put a line across it for the mouth. So that's the mouth and the nostrils. And then the other thing I have is the ears. And they're a double thickness. So they had me make 4 and put 2 together. And so this will be the ears eventually. So, but that is the progress I made on project number 6. So what fun this has been and is continuing to be. So I am excited to see how far we get for next week. But anyway, well, if you will, stay tuned for our Joy family that sent in their updates of their Craft of the Heart projects. And until next week, be joyful, stay crafty in your own way, make your own joyful creations, and find the joy in life. All right. I will see you next time. Nugs and joy. Mwah. Bye. Have a good week.